Natalia. I'm joined with a special guest today in the beautiful offices of Northrop in Johnson, David Seal.
Very nice to be here. Very well, thanks. And yourself?
Thank you. Good to see you. Fresh as a daisy after the new year.
I slept all the way through Christmas, that's why.
You are, and now you're at it because I've seen you're very busy with your posts.
Yes.
Amazing. So for those who don't know David is, and I call him the godfather of YouTube in terms of yachting. Tell us a bit more about how this all started, Yachts For Sale blog.
Well, thanks for the godfather of yachting in YouTube. Actually, my YouTube channel in the universe of YouTube is tiny. It's really, really tiny. But in the universe of yachting, it's one of the biggest, if not the biggest, YouTube channel out there, because so far the yachting industry hasn't really embraced, they've embraced video, they've not embraced YouTube as much as maybe they should have done. And it started, actually it started with an experiment. I'd worked for a very small yacht brokerage. We liked to call it a boutique yacht brokerage.
Very nice.
We called it a boutique because it was just very small.
Yes.
And then I went to work for Camper Nicholsons because the recession hit. Yacht brokerage became a lot more difficult than it previously had been. And I thought, I need here to associate myself with a big name. And I was lucky enough that Camper Nicholsons allowed me to work with them. And there I learned a lot. I learned a lot about how some of the top yacht brokers work and some of the challenges of brokerage. And one of the big challenges is that if you have a yacht for sale, there's only so much you can do to try to sell it. So you have nice photographs, you put it on the website, you use Yachtco, you use Yacht World, and then really you cross your fingers. And there's only so many times that you can write to the owner of the yachts and say, we've had 1,000 views on our website, we've had 6 inquiries. And the yacht owner says, well, why haven't you sold my yacht then? I don't want to know the numbers, I want to know why you haven't sold my yacht. Now at the time, a lot of things were happening in the world. YouTube had been invented and was starting to gain traction. The yachts builders especially, and a few brokers, were videoing the yachts. And they do lovely videos and they do beautiful music. And I'd watch these videos. But the more significant thing was, in my house in Italy, I managed to get English television. And I hadn't watched English television for years. And then I think it was on Film One, I got English television. I binge watched location, Top Gear, Move to the Country.
Yes.
And I thought, oh, I just love this content. And then I looked at the yacht videos that were being put up on YouTube, and I thought, you know what, if those videos were put on the television, people would watch them saying, what is this? They'd change channel. Because when you watch the television, you want something to be explained to you. You don't just want pretty pictures and music, you want narrative. Now when I was a kid, I studied acting, I wanted to be an actor, and then life took its course and I didn't do it.
Yeah.
And I thought I could do that. So I got a proper professional camera crew. I did an experiment on a Sunseeker called Low Profile. I put it on YouTube and the views were amazing, but more significantly, I had some really good inquiries, really qualified inquiries. Actually, we got an offer, a really good offer on the yacht that unfortunately the owner turned down.
Right.
But from that YouTube video.
Fantastic.
Now, I'm not the smartest person in this room at the moment, and there's only 2 of us.
There's only 2 of us and the audience.
And so, more than a year passed before I did another video. Then I did another video, and it had an amazing response. The penny didn't drop that this was a good idea. More time passed, but every time I used my YouTube channel and did a video, I got great results. And then eventually in 2017, I thought, I am so stupid. I should focus. The most successful thing I've ever done in my life is, in terms of business, is promoting yachts on YouTube. And so January 2017, I decided to go all in for it. And honestly, it's the best thing that I've ever done.
Fantastic. And this is just a few years back even. And now you're on how many viewers per video?
And now I average $1 million a month, just over $1 million a month. But it's on a really healthy trajectory. This year, it's going to be a lot more than that.
Wow, fantastic. Congratulations.
Thanks.
And it's not only about viewing the yachts and the content of how to utilize the yacht in the lifestyle aspect, it's also about educating those who are interested in the yachting world and becoming a broker, for example. So tell me a bit more about how that came to be.
It is, and that's a really astute comment because when I first started doing the videos, all I was interested in was reaching potential buyers. But actually there's a much bigger picture than that, because there's a lot of people who are just passionate about yachting, who just want to learn more. There's a lot of dreamers, and by the way, there's nothing wrong with that. Dreaming of owning a yacht is the most natural thing in the world, and I'm feeding them with content to feed their dreams, and people love that. And so the channel's grown to reach much more than just yacht owners, yacht captains. Yacht brokers are always interested to see what's going on. And just to sort of go off on a little bit of a tangent, that the benefit of that I didn't realise at the time was that if you have a big following on YouTube, there are massive SEO benefits. And search engine optimization was always a complete mystery to me, and I think it is for a lot of business people.
Still is, absolutely.
And they'll get an SEO expert, and the expert will talk for an hour and leave the room, and nobody is any the wiser.
Yeah.
But certain things are common sense, and it's common sense that if you have content that people enjoy watching, then Google will push that content because they want people to stay on the internet. They want people to spend time online watching, whether it's YouTube or a website or whatever. And so I quickly found that every yacht that I did a walkthrough video of became right at the top of page 1 of Google on a search of Google, because it was giving people what they want to watch, but also what Google want them to watch.
Excellent, yeah.
So you comment about people watching who are just interested in yachting. Obviously, I'm happy that they enjoy the content because it makes me feel good about myself. But there are very real business benefits as well to lots of people watching the videos.
So tell me a bit more about the process of getting all this content ready. I mean, it must take a long time and a lot of preparation, a lot of manpower. You have a team, a dedicated team following you. Gosh, what a start. And it seems when you talk as well, I mean, I just have Top Gear in my head. It's always coming to the forefront. So tell me a bit more about that process.
Yeah, I think anybody who wants to really capitalise on social media, one of the biggest challenges is making it financially sustainable. It's really difficult, and you can have a huge Instagram following, but if you're not paid for the photographs that you publish, you can't dedicate as much time to it as maybe you would otherwise. So making it financially sustainable is a real challenge. And one of the reasons I went to work at Northrop & Johnson was because they saw the potential for what I was doing, and they said, look, we'll pay the expenses. That's a massive step forward, because they're expensive videos to produce. And Daniel Ziriakis, who's now the president of Northrop & Johnson, at the time was the COO, he recognised the potential, and he said, let us at least cover your expenses. Big weight off my shoulders, and it allowed me to hire a really good video crew for each video. Then from there, yacht builders especially saw the potential and offered to sponsor videos. So then, I guess in the year 2019, last year, it became a financially sustainable business where I can afford not just my camera crew, but now also I've just taken on a researcher writer, not full time. But I have a researcher, a writer, a camera crew, and as of a few weeks ago, also somebody to sort of develop the website and that side of it too.
Wow, exciting! So where do you think you're going with this? Or where do you think YouTube is going in general as well?
I think YouTube was looked down on in the yachting industry because it was considered a little bit of a frivolous website. Because on the YouTube platform, you do have kids playing practical jokes, you have all kinds of nonsense on YouTube, and I think a lot in the yachting industry felt that's not the platform they want to be on. Now, however, big companies like Hermes, Chanel, Bugatti have recognised that YouTube is a search engine. It's a search engine. People will Google luxury necklace, diamond necklace, and Google will point people towards YouTube. So any luxury company needs to be on the platform. So in answer to your question where it's going, I think people have been looking in the wrong direction, and now they're starting to look in the right direction. And what I mean by that is yacht builders, yacht brokers have been focused so much on producing a really high quality video. They should have been looking at how are we going to distribute this video? Because I could spend 20, 30, 40,000 on a beautiful video of a large yacht, but if only 122 people watch it, what was the point of that? Whereas if I spend that money on this exactly the same video, but I've built a platform where 1 million, 2 million, 3 million people will watch it, with all of the SEO benefits of that, that's money well spent. And so, in answer to your question, how the industry is going, that's where the industry is going. They're recognising that the platform is as important, if not more important, than the content.
So tell me, David, as I've discussed this topic with many specialists in marketing and yachting before, and it's interesting to see how the yachting industry is a little bit behind and slow to catch on. Do you think that now that we're in a new generation, a new decade as well, that we will see that we'll be more in tune with the other luxury industries and catch up rather faster than slower?
Yeah, I think first of all I should say every prediction I've ever made has gone wrong. So
really?
don't ask me what's going to happen, because I'll be wrong for sure. But yeah, I think you're right that the yachting industry on a lot of things has been a little bit behind. I think it's a little bit timid because we represent such high-end, expensive objects, and we deal with some of the wealthiest and most powerful people in the world, that there's a little bit of fear of getting it wrong, making a fool of yourself. And by the way, on social media, it's very easy to make a fool of yourself.
Yes.
And I think that's what's held the whole industry back. But now there's some wonderful things happening. I've said this before, by the way, but I'll say it again.
Yes.
Fedship. One of, if not the most prestigious names. I mean, Fedship has something very, very, very special in its brand. And if any yacht builder could say, we're far too exclusive for YouTube, we're far too important for that. If anybody could say that, it's Fedship. And yet, if you look at their YouTube channel, it is absolutely fantastic. They're experimenting with different formulas, they're trying different things. Not all of their videos are great, to be honest, but they're trying and they're experimenting, and I think that's what a cutting-edge leading yacht builder needs to do, and they're kind of leading the way on social media, as well as the construction of the yachts.
That's right. And then there's also a lot of associations or platforms now that have crept up since a couple of years, and they're trying to portray yachting as more a lifestyle and experiential way of utilizing a yacht. And I think through your video content, that's also coming through, that it's more that human touch and getting to know the yacht inside out without just the riding or feeling that it's very exclusive. And you mentioned the dream aspect. There's nothing wrong with dreaming. And who knows, we might all end up with super yachts in the future. They might become more affordable. You never know.
That would be good.
Yeah. So that aspect of, it's nice to see the community of yachting. I like to call it the communities. It's a family-orientated way of working together, developing into that and changing slowly, gradually into something more fine and valuable. Yeah,
and that's a constant challenge that I have, because I'm not from a wealthy family, quite the opposite. And I fell into the yachting industry, and I feel tremendously lucky to have fallen into it. And so on some of the videos that I do have a bit of fun in the video. And it's a constant challenge to have fun without losing the dignity of the object that we're representing. So I was in Antigua just before Christmas, and we filmed a 72-metre yacht. I think it's like a 70 million euro yacht. It's our biggest yacht walkthrough, and I definitely have fun in that video. I definitely have a lot of fun in the video. And now when we publish it, which will be in a few days' time, I'll be looking carefully at the response from viewers and at the retention rate and the feedback from my colleagues. And I might need to, you know what, they might say to me, fantastic, and then I know the next video will have a bit of fun. Or they might say,
that's pushing the limit.
It's pushing the limit, and then I know to step back a little bit.
And that's, I think, what we're trying to do with Yachting International Radio as well, is to bring that human aspect and have fun and show the real people. Yeah. So in all walks of life involved with yachting, and that's a very good point you made there about where is the line and how much can you push on that without, well, making it a bad impression on the overall industry. So,
and one of the great things about social media is, which I never knew and I've just learned, is that you do start to have a relationship with your viewers.
Yes.
And some people watch my videos and they absolutely hate me, and they'll leave their comments and then they go, and that's absolutely fine. But the people who stay are people who clearly like the approach that I have. And so after 160, 170 videos, I now know that I can have a bit of fun because it's not taking the mickey out of the people who watch. Yeah. Whereas if I was to do my first video tomorrow, I think it would be a little bit cheeky to immediately,
launch into it like that.
That's right. People will say, "Oh, who is this guy?"
You can do that now within little measures.
So you can build a relationship, and I'm afraid once I start talking about this, I can't stop. But one of the challenges I think that a big corporation has, and I include Northrop & Johnson, and Camper Nicholsons, Frasers, Denison, who have a fantastic YouTube channel, really, really good YouTube channel. But the challenge that they have is that whereas an individual can build a relationship with the people who watch, a corporation can't. And so if you have one broker doing a video one day, the viewers will either like him or dislike him. Now let's say they like him or her, and the next video it's a different broker, and then they're like, well, do I like him, don't I like him? And then the next video is a different broker again, and so it's very difficult for a large corporation who tries to be fair with all of the brokers that they have, giving them all equal opportunities to be on the YouTube channel. It's very difficult for them to build a relationship with their viewers. And so I think one of the reasons that my YouTube channel has grown very, very quickly is not necessarily because my videos are better than the others, because sometimes they're not, but it's because I've been able to build a relationship with the viewers, and the people who stick are the people who actually like what I do.
And like you as a person.
Yes.
And that's so important, that the end person, the one who's actually presenting, is likeable and has something to say that's valuable, and can translate it in a way that is understood by anyone. It doesn't have to just be the yachting community, it has to be absolutely anyone. So that's spot on. And then I'd like to know some anecdotes, if you could. Some funny situations or not so funny situations you've encountered while filming.
I wish I'd have kept a blooper reel of all of the funny things that have happened. To be honest, bloopers as far as getting my lines wrong is very, very rare. Because I write my own script, so it's quite easy to remember, but stuff that has happened has been funny. I was filming a Fed ship called Illusion, and there's a part of the video that I wanted to show the water toys, and so I went out on a kayak, and the cameraman was on the tender, and I paddled towards him, and I make a few comments about the yachts, and then I think I say something like, Illusion has the most amazing armada of water toys. You can for people who don't want to go speeding around in a jet ski, you can just take one of the 6 kayaks on board. And I made that comment and I push away and paddle off, but when I pushed away, it actually capsized.
Oh, wowzers!
Which was quite funny. The other one, I'm not sure, you might want to cut this, but I've got to tell you, because it was so funny. One of the first videos I ever did was in Latvia of an 88-foot catamaran that had been half built, and it's a great video. But part of the video we filmed in Cannes, talking to the designer. I don't know where we were, but we were in a restaurant that was at kind of an intermediary level between the beach. It was half underground.
Okay.
There's a long window. And I'm talking to the designer, and I didn't know that on the window behind me, this guy walked past, seriously overweight, wearing the smallest pair of budgie smugglers I've ever seen.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
And I just wish we'd have kept that footage, because I looked at the cameraman, who at the time was Frank from Blue Eye.
Oh yes.
And he got tears running down his face because this guy was just standing there at the back.
You must compile one of these clips. Yeah, that would be awesome. And also it might be a bit of humour in the different sense of the word. Yeah. So fantastic. And let's get back to some serious matters now, or not so. We talk about luxury in Italia as the show. So tell me about what your ultimate definition of luxury is.
I knew you were going to ask me that because I've watched the other
interviews,
so I've had time to think about it. I don't want to pretend I'm super intelligent and it comes off the top of my head. I think what luxury is not is opulence. And I think there's a misconception that luxury is all about spending lots and lots and lots of money on everything. It's about wearing the most expensive possible clothes, driving the most expensive possible car, and so on and so forth. That's not what luxury is. I believe that luxury is being able to do what you want, when you want to, and however you want to. So for some people, a luxury lifestyle doesn't actually require much money at all, because they're doing what they want to do, and they really don't care what anybody thinks of them. They do what they want, and it's a luxury, isn't it, to do what you want. But for most people that we meet in our industry, what they really want is to own a yacht. And of course that does require a lot of money. Yeah. But I love meeting these owners who just don't feel that they need to have an expensive watch or expensive clothes. I've met owners who are worth many, many hundreds of millions of euro who use Ryanair or EasyJet. You know why? Because that's what they want. Yeah. And they really don't care what anybody thinks of them. That's a luxury, doing what you want, when you want to, and how you want to.
That's amazing. So let's start doing more of that, shall we?
I think
you already are, though. That's great. And so where can we see you next, David? Obviously on YouTube.
Yeah, on YouTube. YouTube's a big platform. I should also say that LinkedIn is really becoming a massively important
Another
platform.
One that people aren't really using to its full extent, I would say.
Do you know, it's interesting to say that. I think people are not using it to the full extent, in the sense that they're not posting as much as they should. But everybody reads it. Lots of people are constantly on LinkedIn reading. So LinkedIn's exciting. But YouTube, of course, which is youtube.com/yachts for sale plug. But the exciting thing for this year, which I'm really looking forward to, is I've started a series of videos which is basically like a news report from Yacht Builder. And Wider, who've always been very, very open to new ideas, are the first people to do it. So basically I go to the Yacht Builder, I sit behind the desk as if it's a newsroom, and I tell you the wider reports. I tell you what's going on at that shipyard. Now, I probably shouldn't say who they are yet, because it's not 100% sure, it's 99.9%. There's another two very, very, very big yacht builders who love the idea and want to do something similar. And I believe that when I publish that first wider video, which hopefully will be this Saturday, yacht builders will go, oh my word, that is the way to communicate with what's going on in that shipyard. It's very cost effective, it's very engaging, and it is, if the website is the newspaper of today, the YouTube is the newsroom and the television news.
Wow, wonderful. So we're going to watch this space to see who those two are. We always love a bit of before the news comes out stuff, so keep us in the loop, please. And thank you so much for your time. time on.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure and nice to see you again. We used to be colleagues, just as an anecdote.
Camper Nicholsons.
Exactly, good old days. So thanks everyone for watching, and this is Natalia, Luxury with Natalia, Yachting International Radio. More episodes coming very shortly. Once again, thanks.
Thank you, Natalia. Thanks.